The past of this place is a core part of its identity and its future, and that past includes both challenges and triumphs. I am awed by the people who worked so hard, including many of you here today, as well as by Bill and Ida Stewart, to broaden access to this public liberal arts college education and to set us on a path toward a better, more equitable future.
They've championed education. And when you think about where Bill recruited students from, and it was from impoverished areas because he knew that education was the way out of poverty. And so he didn't want just the most brilliant minds. Everybody has the potential to be brilliant. So they just have to be put in the right environment, and he would do that. He created an environment that really fostered love, care, and education.
Once I talked to Bill, he was like, you do know you're supposed to be here. You do know you can do the work. You do know, just that encouragement.
I came in '84, and by that time, Miss Ida wasn't active on campus. I didn't meet her until years later, but you always knew that her thumbprint or fingerprints were on this in an intentional way.
This year, about 70% of the student body at the University of Minnesota Morris are from backgrounds historically underserved by higher education, of which about 40% identify as a member of a racial or ethnic population historically underrepresented in higher education. That 40% is in striking contrast, really striking contrast, to the less than 1% when Bill Stewart began his work at the University of Minnesota Morris in 1973. By the time Bill retired, 25 years later, he had grown this segment of the student population to 16%.
There's no way I would have made it. I would not have graduated from Morris had it not been for Bill.
I had never been so authentically included from macro to micro into an experience where every voice can matter, so yours can matter. So where's your voice?
And that level of support continued even after we left campus. Because we could always call back if we had a question or we were going somewhere, a new job, whatever. Bill had somebody that we could contact and a network that was unlike any others. And that network of support actually continues today.
Bill and Ida's leadership was foundational, transformative, and inspirational in creating and sustaining the commitments to equity, diversity, and inclusion that are now cornerstones of University of Minnesota Morris experience. Bill and Ida lived life fully to the ages of 95 and 75 until their deaths in 2020 and 2011, respectively.
And we continue the traditions of organizing the homecoming dance, international fashion show, soulful dinner, and attending African Night in the Twin Cities. Now, I've only heard a little bit about Bill and Ida Stewart, as it's only my second year here. But for all the current members of Black Student Union, I say thank you to all of you, and thank you, Bill and Ida Stewart.